Hey, everybody. It's Kristin.
And Jenny.
And we're here to tell you that nobody, and we mean nobody, messes with our boyfriends.
That's canonically true.
We're going on tour. What are we doing, Jenny? Where are we going?
The Nobody Messes With My Boyfriend tour is stopping in New York on October 18th, Philadelphia on October 19th, and Burlington, Vermont for the first time ever on October 29th. We are doing live tapings of, in order, What's My Line Part 1, What's My Line Part 2, and Ted.
Everyone's favorite episode, Ted. I'm so excited to talk about Ted in front of a live audience. I cannot even begin to express it.
It's going to be great.
You can find out all of the information you need to know at bufferingcast.com/live or check out our calendar where our events always live. Tickets go on sale for our patrons only tomorrow, Thursday, August 28th.
And then on sale to the general public Friday, August 29th. So come on out, join us for some live tapings that will be a hoot and possibly a nanny. And, we'd love to see you try to mess with our boyfriends.
Bufferingcast.com/live. Hello, beautiful Scoobies. It is, if you're listening to this, the moment it dropped in our feed, a Monday, which is not a normal episode day for us. However, we're getting closer to Halloween. Why not a special treat? And also, this is an episode that we taped live in New York over at Brooklyn's Bell House just last week. It is our coverage of What's My Line Part 1, and we wanted to take this opportunity to remind you that if you are anywhere near Burlington, Vermont, we will be doing one more live taping this year, this Wednesday, October 29th. Me, Jennifer Owen Youngs, and Joanna Robinson will all be joining forces in Burlington, Vermont to do a live taping of Ted together. We will have a special video appearance from Alba Daza. And in case you don't know, this is probably the most gorgeous of all weeks to be in Burlington, Vermont. Here in upstate New York, the leaves are really at their peak. So if you want to do a little road trip, come and join us. Bufferingcast.com/live. You can listen to what a live taping sounds like if you've never been to one. We hope to see you there. A really special treat at the end of this episode. We'll be having our normal episodic song conversation at the end of What's My Line Part 2 for What's My Line. But you're going to get a special treat at the end of this episode where Sparkbird, who was one of our special guests at the Bell House, joins forces with Jenny to sing a cover of Enemies. Patrons, you will get the MP3 of that cover in your feeds today as well. It was such a beautiful time. Patreon.com/bufferingcast, of course, for that song and, of course, all of the other bonus materials that we send out. We'll be back next week with What's My Line Part 2 and hope to see some of you in just a couple days in Vermont. Thank you to Brooklyn's Bell House for hosting this live taping that you're about to hear. Thank you to City Winery in Philadelphia for hosting us for What's My Line Part 2. And an advance thank you to Higher Ground in Burlington, Vermont. We'll see you in a couple of days. Bufferingcast.com/live.
Hello, and welcome back to Buffering the Vampire Slayer once more with spoilers. A podcast where we are watching and discussing each and every episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer one at a time for the second time, this time with spoilers.
Backstage, a friend of mine was like, So are you doing it again? Yes, we are.
For better or for worse, do I like shrubs? I'm Jenny Owen Youngs.
I'm Kristin Russo, and I came down on the side of shrubs. Today we are discussing Season 2, Episode 9, What's My Line, Part 1. We are leaving you tonight on a cliffhanger. Train to Philadelphia, pretty easy. See you tomorrow night if you want to know what happens next. I know I'll get at least one person. Amtrak, come on. See?
Yes.
Are you driving? Do you have room in your car? Like, what's... Oh, you live in Philly, so you came here. Oh, thank you for coming
Wow,
here.
you came all this way. It's so wild because when I look back at the beach, I only see one set of footprints. And yet you are here. What's My Line? Part 1 was written by Howard Gordon and Marty Noxon. Welcome to the show, Marty Noxon. And was directed by David Solomon, just one of the many Davids they keep in the stable of Davids. It originally aired November 17th, 1997, just 5 days before I turned Sweet 16.
Oh, I was already like smoking cigarettes, drinking beers. Well, there are some young people in the audience. No! This is the one. According to IMDb, where Spike brings in 3 professional bounty hunters to eliminate high-pitched whistle for the Tarakkans back there.
Yeah, who's the hottest Tarrakkan, Kristin?
Patrice! I mean, like ACAB, but Patrice. To eliminate Buffy while she ponders on what her profession might be if her fate wasn't already sealed.
Speaking of her fate and its sealing, it's my job to tell you that into every generation, a spoiler warning is born. We alone wield the strength and skill to discuss things from any of the following sources. All 7 seasons of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, plus the canonical Dark Horse comics, plus Angel the TV series, and any related canonical comics, plus anything that currently exists inside of the Buffyverse and anything that may be announced or released or purchased by Hulu as we go.
Wow. Can we all just manifest the day that we're here for a live taping of us talking about the new series? Sarah Michelle Gellar the other day was like, this is my New York Minute. And I was like, Sarah, we're going to be there in like a day. So just like hang out. The Bell House, 7th Street.
If you're watching the show for the first time and you're not ready to be spoiled, is anyone here watching the show for the first time? One person. I'm so sorry. Prepare to be spoiled or prepare to earmuffs for the next, hour and a half. Those of you listening at home after the fact, if you're not ready to be spoiled, you can listen to our spoiler-free coverage of this episode, which originally aired on March 15th, 2017. And Kristin, get a load of this. It was only 63 minutes long.
The introduction has been 63 minutes long.
Yeah. A couple things. This is like a decidedly unjuicy previouslys. But a couple things of note. Somehow, in a twist no one saw coming, Sheila appears in a previouslys. Amazing.
Agree.
I think the most incredible thing about this set of previouslys is Jenny Callender's reaction shot to seeing a vampire in the library, which is like, it is so intense and so, I want to say like thrusty.
I mean, honestly, Jenny Callender is a very thrusty
You know
character.
what? Yeah, JC would approve.
One of the things I wanted to say is that this episode, the 2-parter, it's called What's My Line? I can't click it, but I know it links to a Wikipedia article, which is that What's My Line was a game show from like the 60s, 70s, where you would like hear a few sentences and then have to sounds like a really boring show. You'd have to guess the person's career. And so like, yeah, thank you. The disgruntled, confused. It's just, how would Buffy ever know to reference this, She's watching old episodes of a game show called What's My Line?
Howard Gordon was whispering in her ear from behind a locker.
The other thing that I wanted to talk about, Jenny, and maybe you already know this, and maybe a lot of you do as well, but this episode is April Whedon's first appearance on Buffy the Vampire Slayer, acting as a stunt double for Bianca Lawson. Whedon would later take the role of Nikki Wood in Fool for Love.
I'm sorry, did you say her last name is Whedon?
Yes, but it's Weeden.
Okay.
Oh, we're going to do a new format tonight. Like, normally we go scene by scene, and maybe that'll happen. Who knows? Anything could happen. But we wrote little summaries for each act. and we're going to read them dramatically for you, okay? So it'll either be great or awful, but you'll be the first to hear it.
But also, this won't come into play until after the cold open.
Yes. So, okay, cold open, right? Setting us up for the beats of the episode. It's career testing week, career fair week at Sunnydale High School.
I was just wondering if you ever took a career aptitude test.
No, and I knew that we would not have time to do this, but I did consider having you and I take a career aptitude test.
Sounds like some content for the next Watcher's Diary.
Yeah. No, we did have like a career fair, or maybe it was a college fair. The long and short of it is that Buffy cannot have a career. There's a moment later in the episode where Giles is like, well, maybe later you could be in like the police force, which whatever, but she can't, right? Like Buffy needs to die to not be the Slayer. She could technically be 45 and still the Slayer. The oldest age I could think of. Anyway.
44 is actually the oldest age I can think of.
Anyway, we set up the fact that everyone is looking to their future, and Buffy cannot, because she's either going to be the Slayer or she's going to be dead. Yeah, I didn't come to play, okay?
Sure. But have you seen how Xander and Cordelia are just like at each other?
Yeah, that can only end one way. How do we feel about the way that ends? Just testing the room.
Unless they were slicked back in the Dark Age, these Charisma Carpenter bangs are brand new as of this episode.
Oh, welcome to the show, Cordelia's Bangs.
Cordelia, I love you, Cordelia. You're perfect, Cordelia.
LaToya wrote in her notes, shout out to LaToya, what actually happened to Drusilla, and found out that there's actually a Buffy Dark Horse comic from 2003 written by Drew Goddard that actually gives the backstory on what exactly happened to Drew in Prague. I won't spoil it for you, but there's a magic chair. Drusilla is sick. Spike is trying to cure her because they're in love forever and ever and always, until that one thing with the slimy guy, whatever. And we jump into the episode.
It is such a good thing that when she was at the tarot deck store, Drusilla picked up a copy of Cemeteries of Sunnydale Tarot, which shows exactly the crypt that they need to go get this artifact from.
It even has the Tarakkans on it. It's the Tarakkan tarot.
We'll get there. We will get there. Allow it to unfurl naturally.
Tarokkan. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, they saw me working so hard.
You worked hard.
Steam coming out my ears.
Okay, so let's talk about what's Act 1.
Okay, Jenny demanded she read the Act 1 summary because she did one edit.
Settle down. Buffy sees Dalton at the graveyard, kills some other vampire, and Dalton flees. With Joyce out of town, Angel is free to lurk in Buffy's bedroom, where Buffy tells him he is the one freaky thing in her freaky world. That makes sense. This is much better than saying, you look fine.
That was Jenny's edit.
They make plans to go ice skating when the rink is closed on Tuesday. Career results come in. Xander's going to be a prison guard. Cordelia's going to be a motivational speaker. Buffy will be a police officer. And Willow is mysteriously not on the list. Meanwhile, Spike explains that Buffy is the gnat in his ear, the gristle in his teeth, and the bloody thorn in his bloody side. So he's going to call in the Order of Taraka to deal with her so he can focus on curing Drew. Because he loves her.
In the original script, it was the Order of Taranta. And I just want to understand why. Taranta, the feminine of Toronto.
You know when...
We're so far away. It didn't feel far until now.
I know, it does feel...
Do you want me to move over?
No. No, because recently it's become clear to me that I'm going to need reading glasses soon, so this is actually a good distance. I don't want you to get too close because then you'll go out of focus.
She's about to learn that the age goes up to 45.
Yeah. Oh, man. Okay, you know when you're like petting a hedgehog and you're like gingerly and then they're like, you know, that sort of, this is the spikes and this is your hand and you're like pet, 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 pet. Okay.
This is a podcast, a visual
Oh, sorry.
medium.
Picture my hand, my left hand vertical, and that's the hedgehog spikes, and my right hand horizontal and flat and tapping down on it in a petting motion, but like the petting motion you use when something is kind of sharp. Okay. Happy to help. Angel's pointy hair nearly brushing the dropped section of the ceiling in Buffy's room over her bookshelf and also where she hangs her sun hat. It's worth a second look. Go back.
Angel holding the stuffed pig. He looks like, I know that David Boreanaz is much larger than Sarah Michelle Gellar, but somehow he's also so much larger than everything in her room.
Yeah, he's way, way, way bigger than Mr. Gordo. Also, Boreanaz is dry as dust. Buffy, you scared me. Bro, your creature of the night thing needs work.
Because I'm drunk with power, I have pulled a clip for us from this. It's good shit, you know? So let's watch these two.
Oh my God, look at him.
We're having this thing at school.
Career week.
How did you know?
I lurk.
Right. Well, then you know it's a whole week of what's my line, only I don't get to play. Sometimes I just want...
You want what? It's okay.
The Cliff Notes version? I want a normal life, like I had before.
For me.
No, Angel, it's not you. You're the one freaky thing in my freaky world that still makes sense to me.
Why does this man know it's career week? Why does he even know what career week is?
What do you think he would get on a career aptitude test?
Detective?
Stalker. Charcoal artist.
Yeah.
Detective.
I said detective. That was the first thing I said. You only like it when they say it.
Detective Angel.
Buffy is an ice skater, and so is Sarah Michelle Gellar. Love to use talents of the actor in this is all, she did all of her own skating. I don't know if this will resonate with anyone in the audience, but every time I see this scene, I say, toe pick. I'm glad. Thank you. Love you guys.
Buffy hasn't put her skates on.
Oh, yes, it's from The Cutting Edge. Go home right now, literally leave the show, and watch The Cutting Edge.
I think you should stay. It will be there for you when we're done. A nod is required for a regular kid and her cradle-robbing creature of the night boyfriend. Welcome to the show, Marty Noxon.
Yeah. Yes, I agree.
And he's like, and she's like, what is 241 divided by 16? I know we did this math like 8 years ago.
Hell math.
He's 15 times older than her. Angel just knows so many things. Like the location and business hours of a local skating rink? Why? He allegedly didn't know that Buffy was an ice skater before right now. And
Allegedly being the key word. I really just wanted to talk about how many books Giles is carrying.
That's too many books, bro.
The only other thing in the act that I feel very, very important to mention, it was in the summary, But this is Marty Noxon, I'm going to assume. Spike saying that Buffy is the gnat in my ear, the gristle in my teeth, the bloody thorn in my bloody side.
Hey, that's what you call me.
It's true, but I got it from Spike.
And he got it from Marty, maybe. I think it's really bold of Giles to be so judgy of Buffy, like not checking out what the vampires were stealing, when just last episode, his past misdeeds nearly killed his love interest and other people, and actually did kill Philip and Deidre. May they rest in peace.
Giles is working through some stuff as well. This is a good moment for a LaToya note about Buffy, especially like if you came here tonight and you had watched both parts. Buffy is like, she gets a little bit intense, and we'll talk about it more tomorrow in Philly. Easy train ride. But LaToya writes something that I really clocked this time watching this episode. After multiple notes of, damn, Buffy, don't be so snippy, I realized around her library scene with Giles, surrounded by all those Watcher's diaries, that Buffy's clearly hella depressed right now. It's not just the whole career week thing. Think about the 1-2 punch of harsh life lessons that Buffy's had to learn in Lie to Me and Dark Age, which we just went through, and the hits just keep on coming. The only thing that's keeping her going, really, is her relationship with Angel. And, well, we'll circle back to that in a few episodes.
What could go wrong?
But I thought, and like the way that I recognized how Buffy was feeling is that she's wearing a very big flannel for all of a 2-part episode, actually. That they're not.
It's a short hop and a skip from a big flannel to the overalls of sadness.
This is what I'm saying.
Kristin.
Jenny.
It was then that I knew that maybe Drusilla's deck is actually this episode of Buffy deck, because she's got cards for all 3 Tarakans. The One-Eyed Demon, the Big Bug, and the Lithe Jaguar.
God, the Big Bug is such a nice description of what is actually so many tiny fucking bugs.
LaToya supplied a note that I read after I made that note, which reads, the tarot cards that Drusilla consults are not real ones. Writer Marty Noxon had no idea what images were used on real tarot cards, so she just made up whatever images were necessary for her plot.
And this is the kind of energy I'm trying to bring into Once More with spoilers. I did? Wow. It's almost like I'm me.
Almost.
In a world where the criminal justice landscape is not completely fucked, it could have potentially been cute and nice to think about Buffy and Xander working kind of in connected fields.
Oh, God.
If you remove the entirety of the context.
Act 2. Oh, my gosh. It's almost time for our first guest to come up.
But don't do anything before you check with me.
It's career fair day at Sunnydale High School. Snyder is in search of Buffy, but not too busy to tell Xander that whatever sound comes out of his mouth is a meaningless waste of breath, an airborne toxic event. Honestly, we know our Xander feelings, but Xander really gets the shit end of the stick in this episode. That's not the
It's
only
tough.
shitty thing. Yeah. Willow is mysteriously escorted to the Sunnydale High School lounge by 2 men in suits and offered canapes. Meanwhile, a rare daytime trip to the graveyard reveals that the tomb of Dulac has been pillaged. Giles says that something is coming, and believe it or not, it's not something good. Taraka's number 1 and number 2 arrive in Sunnydale, and is that a third Taraka who just arrived via airplane cargo hold? Whoever she is, she knows how to rock her favorite and only shirt. Buffy warms up her ice skating routine at the rink as she awaits her date with Angel. Yeah, sexy.
Did you notice?
We cut out the pauses before we put the podcast in the feed. Did I notice?
Did you notice Oz staring at the canapé platter, and then like looking over to offer them, and then like clocking that it's Willow, and then like this very slight but very there lean
He's like, it's that girl. Be cool. I just thought it was a great choice. That's all.
It is. Welcome to the show. I mean, I know he's been here, but like this is really when shit gets going for Oz.
It's happening. It's happening.
I just want to give a beat of how creepy it is that there are these two besuited men who just have Oz and Willow in like
And they brought their own curtains.
Yeah, they were like, we're gonna need some pipe and drape and some canapes. And they leave empty-handed. Like, I love that both Oz and Willow are like,
no thanks.
We're good, actually. This is fucking creepy. Shout out to Oz wearing a New York Islanders t-shirt. I would love that t-shirt. The P.O. box the address is on the website, bufferingcast.com. Okay, we have a guest.
And now, what a guest we have.
We have a guest whose name is Frankie, and he is going to break a record here tonight by being our youngest guest to ever grace our stage. Frankie, age 12, please join us on stage.
Could you get like a Frankie, 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 Frankie?
Hi.
Greetings.
Rocking a Scream shirt.
It's pretty sick.
Frankie, I was your first babysitter, true or false?
True.
Thank you. This happened because Frankie was over my house a few weeks ago, and he was like, yeah, the Scream franchise is my favorite movie franchise. And I was like, record scratch? What? And then I thought, oh, you're watching Buffy. Now, can you please tell everyone where you are in your first watch of Buffy? Where are you right now?
Season 7, episode 19.
3 left.
How do you feel?
Excited.
Yeah.
Oh. Has it been a good journey so far? You're enjoying the show?
Yeah, definitely.
Now, okay, my first question for you, I guess that was a question, but pay no attention to me. I make no sense. My first question for you is, Slayers originally had to be girls, but let's just say Slayers can be any gender. Someone comes up to you and says, Frankie, you are the next Slayer. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna be stoked? Are you gonna be bummed? How are you gonna handle it?
So I think my immediate reaction would be calling BS. But then after that, I'd probably try to find a watcher.
Nice. Okay, good. They really like you.
Thank you.
What a great plan.
Yeah. I love that you don't trust it at first. That seems really important because I'd be like, great, where do I go? What do I do now? Huh? Me or Jenny?
No. No.
Okay, Frankie, yeah, who do you want to be your watcher?
You have already famously watched.
Famously, I have, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna normally we talk about the episode specifics, but like we have your knowledge base and I want to use it for broader purposes. So we're gonna ask you big questions.
It's a rare opportunity for us.
Yes. Oh. Who is your favorite character on Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
It'd have to be Spike.
Do you want to say why? I mean, obviously you don't need to because everyone agrees with you, but yeah, why Spike?
Mostly because of his accent.
Amazing.
Do you have a favorite I know you have 3 episodes left of 7, so anything could happen. But do you have a favorite season so far?
Probably season 1 because that's where it all happens. And
That is a good answer. Because you can't have any of the other seasons without season 1. Also, I will say that it's your first watch, and if you go back to season 1, I think it's even better. Because you know all of the characters really well, you know?
Who is your favorite of Buffy's boyfriends, including Faith?
so, I'd say Angel.
Oh, Angel. Say more. Why Angel?
Yeah.
Because unlike Spike and her other boyfriends, he gives more of a boyfriend vibe rather than like you're a Slayer, you're a Slayer, you're strong, I'm strong. Let's just be a relationship. Buffy and Angel, they like actually love each other.
And correct. Oh my gosh, and you have 3 episodes left. Okay, Angel favorite boyfriend. What about your second favorite? No, okay. I won't make you answer that. Now, do you have any thoughts on this episode? Do you like this episode? What's my line part? Really the whole thing, parts 1 and 2.
My thoughts on this episode is that the bug dude's really creepy.
Tight.
If somebody came to your door and asked to come in because he had free samples, would you let him in the door?
No.
Okay, great.
But like, does it depend at all what the free samples are of?
Yes, it does.
Like free samples of what is the thing that was like would be most likely to get you to open the door?
Probably like food and candy.
That's the first place they go, you know?
No.
Candy.
Okay.
No, we're gonna erase this from everyone. Not public information of how you get into Frankie's house. If you're a man made of worms.
How old do you think kids should be before they start watching Buffy?
So I'd say about 10 because the series isn't that like gory. So it doesn't have any like blood or anything. So I don't think it would traumatize kids under 10. I think they got that.
10, yeah, because a lot of people ask us that, like, when should my kids start watching Buffy?
And we're like, I don't know, 45. Oh, but sorry, a question that's not on the page.
Yeah.
What is the monster or whatever that has scared you the most?
Ooh, good question.
I might have to say the one. I don't remember the name of it, but it's the one that like eats the like skin.
Gnarl.
Gnarl.
Great pick. Great pick.
Gnarl. Do you remember the? I think my answer to this is the gentleman. I think they're the ones that like float and they
love that
pull.
episode.
Yeah, it's a good episode. I want to know actually, because were you 10 when you started watching?
I think so.
Yeah, and so one of your moms is a Buffy nerd, and the other one doesn't care about Buffy at all.
Yeah.
At all. Look at that face.
But did you, like, when you sat down to watch it for the first time, were you already excited to watch it, or were you like, I don't know, this is an older show?
Yeah, probably because most of the shows my mom's gotten me to watch weren't that good.
But Buffy made the cut.
Yeah, Buffy definitely did it.
Nice.
Has your mom ever tried to get you to watch Love Island?
No.
That would actually be the other mom, I think.
Okay. What about Xena Warrior Princess?
I have no idea what that is.
But you are going to watch Angel next, right?
I'll try.
You'll try. I like the honesty. Okay, my last question for you is just, it's actually not about Buffy at all. It's about Scream. I want to know why, because I'm seeing, like, I know that Scream is new again because of the newer ones, right? Like the 6th and the 7th, or the 5th and the 6th and the 7th is coming. But what is it about Scream that you like so much?
First of all, I like the killer Ghostface, and definitely Stu Macker and Billy Loomis.
Iconic.
Yeah, they're the
Iconic.
best.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like the movie is just like a good movie. It has good, what's it called? Like
Rhythm?
rhythm. Yeah, rhythm. It's also like the script. That's what we call it.
Yeah,
Script?
yeah.
Script. The script's written really well.
Do you think that you would want to, since we're talking about Career Week, like, do you think that you would want to write for movies or like do anything in that world?
I'd probably want to be an actor and act as Ghostface.
Incredible. Frankie for Ghostface 2027?
I guess.
I don't know. You probably have to be like 18 to be Ghostface.
Yes, Kristin.
Okay, so that's
How soon can we get a knife in this kid's hand?
6 years. Yeah, but you would really not expect it if it was the 12-year-old who was Ghostface.
Kristin.
no.
No. But the twist, they'll never see it coming.
All right, 6 years, Ghostface.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you'd like to share with this audience of fellow Buffy lovers?
That it's been a really fun journey for me watching it with my mom, and I may skip some school to watch the new season.
Supported. We approve. Thank you, Frankie. Frankie! Frankie! incredible.
guests over the age of 12 moving forward.
Honestly, yeah. No offense to our former or future guests, but no one's gonna top Frankie.
That ripped.
Okay. First of all,
Oh, man.
the Tarakan.
Kristin.
What? I just
Sorry,
one
I
of the
missed-
Tarakkans arrives on the bus. And I just I have a lot of like general questions about the Tarakkans, okay? Because they're human but not human. Some of them are human, some of them are not. They come in all shape and size and manner of like assassiny-ness. So how do you become part of the order? Like, was Patrice straight up just like, I can shoot a gun? Can I be part of the Tarakkans?
Because, yeah, they're only interested in collecting their bounty,
So you
Giles
have to be
says.
dedicated, and that's like you're so like if you're dedicated enough, you become a Tarakkan. I'm made of worms. Okay, come on in.
Well, he took the aptitude test, and they were like, we got nothing for you. And he was like, I guess bounty hunter?
I just love the idea of like we have two Order of Taraka people, and one is like straight up taking the bus to town.
Not just taking the bus, but pausing on the bottom step, probably holding up a bunch of people behind him, like a boy that Rory Gilmore is about to start dating. You know what I mean? He's like, here I am, Stars Hollow. The air is a little different here. Well, I guess I'll step off the bus now.
Oh my God. Meanwhile, Worm Guy, do you think he made his journey like mostly as worms or mostly as man? Worms? Mostly worms?
Oh. Also, I have a lot of my notes are like, wow, I really like what that guy's wearing. I'd like an overcoat, or I'd like a pair of coveralls. What a great idea. But I just realized that overcoat is made of worms.
Also, do you think that when he becomes worms, every worm has a tiny little overcoat?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Anyway.
Kristin,
Yes?
when I die, will you make sure to
I
put...
have like a list at this point. Yes. What would you like me to add to the when I die list?
Could you put my finger in a reliquary?
I don't know what it means, and I don't know if I can consent.
What? Dalton the nerd busted into a reliquary, which is something used to house items of religious significance, usually a finger or some other body part of a saint.
Oh, so you need to be a saint.
Well,
I hate
for
to break it
their
to
reliquaries,
you.
but if you had a reliquary, you could put whatever you want in it.
Okay, so your finger. Why your finger?
I don't know, because it's like the only specific body part they name. Okay, you want my pinky toe?
Okay.
That feels like less of a lift for everyone.
This is like the Yellow Jackets, which part would you eat first conversation.
Yeah.
I would put my tongue in the reliquary.
I'm sorry. Yeah, which part of my body would you most like in your reliquary? I should have asked ladies' choice.
Yeah. I'm gonna just move away from that whole thing. No, LaToya had a note, which I agree with, which is like, could you imagine, like, you live your whole life and then you become a vampire and you're like, wow, I'm gonna be so badass. And then you're Dalton. And you're like a vampire and you're still just like, I will do the spreadsheets.
I see the
I love a spreadsheet. I'm just saying, I want to be like, I don't know.
I see the practicality where Dalton specifically is concerned, but given how particular Darla, Angel, Drusilla, and Spike have been about siring, and they all seem very, very picky.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a lot of duds in the world at large getting staked left and right, and I'm kind of wondering, like, who's making all the duds?
Yeah, not these guys. No, it's probably that guy that twinkles in the sunlight, you know?
Shots fired at Edward for no reason.
To me, fall always feels like sort of re-entering Earth's atmosphere after a long, lazy time away floating through space/summer. Between the hustle and bustle of back to school, people's routines getting busier, the days getting shorter, finding time to cook can be tough. That's why I love Factor. Their chef-prepped, dietitian-approved meals make it easy to stay on track and enjoy something comforting and delicious, no matter how hectic your season gets. With Factor, you can choose from a wider selection of weekly meal options, including premium seafood choices like salmon and shrimp at no extra cost. You can also support your wellness goals with even more GLP-1 friendly meals and new Mediterranean diet options packed with protein and good-for-you fats. From more choices to better nutrition, what's not to love? That's why 97% of customers say that Factor helped them live a healthier life. As somebody who's always scrambling to find a way to fit more hours into the day, I love having Factor meals in my fridge because I know I can make something satisfying quickly, feel nourished, and get back to creating. Eat smart at factormeals.com/buffering50off and use code buffering50off to get 50% off your first box plus free breakfast for 1 year. That's code buffering50OFF at factormeals.com for 50% off your first box plus free breakfast for 1 year. Get delicious, ready-to-eat meals delivered with Factor. Offer only valid for new Factor customers with code and qualifying auto-renewing subscription purchase.
This podcast is brought to you by Carvana. Carvana lets you buy your next car on your terms. Explore a massive inventory online, filter for what matters, and find your perfect match. Then choose delivery to your home or pick it up at one of Carvana's iconic car vending machines. Every car also comes with a 7-day money-back guarantee, so you can make sure it's the right fit. Buy your car on Carvana. Delivery or pickup fees may apply. Limitations and exclusions may apply. See our 7-day return policy at Carvana.com.
Carvana.
Can we talk about Kendra? Kendra's here. We don't know. We don't know it's Kendra because she's just, the whole episode is positioned where we just really think that she's a third Order of Taraka assassin, right?
She does have a certain jaguarine presence.
Yeah.
Doesn't she? So I'm so sorry, the camera pans away from the rotting corpse of the B-52's housewife who lives next door to
I mean,
the Summers.
You should know not to let somebody in for a free sample because it's always, the aim is always to sell you something or turn into worms. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, so I'm sorry, but we're not there yet. She's not decaying yet. She is letting the dude into her house. The door closes, and then we hear her scream. And if you have the closed captioning on, it says, woman screams, and then it cuts to the jet that Kendra's riding in the cargo bay of, and it says, jet engine screams. And I learned a term for stuff. And
Did you hyperlink it in your printed notes?
I did. And now that I'm about to tell you, I'm really scared that someone's going to correct me. Because it's very possible that I've misunderstood. It's very possible that I haven't nailed this. But I think that there's a broad term for when you have a visual or a sound that kind of links two scenes that are transitioning.
Oh.
Which is match cut. So you have like the woman scream into the jet screen, or if you're watching Xena Warrior Princess, you might see a sun fade into a moon, fade into a chakram.
Fade into boobs. I've not seen Xena Warrior Princess. I just assume that's the vibe.
Those are just 3 single round things. You would have to fade into one boob for it to really work.
So what's it called? A match cut?
A match cut. If you want to learn more about, if you want to listen to people who actually know things talk about television, might I recommend Xena Warrior podcast?
Jenny, if you put your finger in a reliquary.
Yeah, keep talking.
And you had used that finger to write a coded message of deep importance. Would you or would you not bury the decoder ring to the code with your reliquary finger?
I just feel like, why did he destroyed all of them except the one he took to his grave. Why keep one?
Well,
for pride?
It seems like you want someone to decode.
It seems like you're kind of asking for someone to decode.
I agree. Okay, Act 3. Ice skating intensifies as Taraka number 1 attacks Buffy. Angel arrives just in time to get punched. Buffy retaliates by slicing Taraka's throat with her ice skate. Yeah, hot move. And then Buffy kisses Angel's bumpy face, letting him and us know how much she loves him. Frankie's favorite boyfriend. A good pick. Our mysterious new arrival with the good shirt has gone right from the airport to the ice skating rink and gasp sees Buffy making out with a vampire. We learn the Order of Taraka have no earthly desires but to collect their bounty. Relatable. You can You can kill as many as you like. They won't stop coming until the job is done. Some are human, some are not. Buffy is shook. Buffy hides out at Angel's empty but beautifully decorated apartment. While Angel shakes up Willie at the local demon bar, welcome Willie the Snitch to the show for information on the Tarakans. The girl with the fantastic shirt must have followed Angel to Willie's because she's here and she's pissed. Literally like 2 days before this event, so 2 days ago, I was like, Willie, why have we never interviewed Willie? So I look up the actor's name and it's like, he's from Brooklyn. I was like, well, maybe he's still in Brooklyn. And so he's not here. but he's gonna totally do the show. I'm very excited about it. And my sister is even more excited because she watches Curb Your Enthusiasm. And I learned that he's also Mocha Joe on Curb. Apparently his coffee is too cold and his scones are too soft.
You know when you do a high kick while wearing an ice skate to slash someone's throat and they don't have the decency to shed a single drop of blood?
I have the same note. I'm like, on an ice rink?
Yeah, because doesn't blood bounce on ice? Isn't that a thing in hockey?
I'm sorry. Does
it's
anyone
only
in
when
the
the blood
audience
is
know
frozen.
if blood... It does not.
Anything would bounce if it was frozen. Who's been spreading this information? Blood bounces on ice.
Someone get us some ice right now.
And some blood. I'm just wondering, so they like went to this skating rink when it's closed, which is weird. Okay? Because
no, it's romantic.
No. Okay, maybe it's romantic. Do a little B&E, do a little skating. Also, the wall just separates when Taraka guy shows up. He just sort of like opens the wall. I'm sorry, of course that's where you store the Zamboni. Everyone knows what Zamboni storage doors look like and how they open. And I am the odd one out. I recognize.
I would like to give a shout out to the ab strength of Sophia Crawford in this scene. She's obviously doing the stunts for Sarah Michelle Gellar, and the like jump kick that she does when she slices the throat of this man is epic. So,
it's pretty legit.
Yeah.
Also a concern. Okay, Angel is there in his shoes. But don't you feel like Angel brought his skates, and don't you kind of feel like Angel has actually been practicing?
Dude, Angel knows it's closed on Tuesdays because he's been going for weeks.
We know a man. We do?
We do.
We know one man whose wife loved to dance. And he was not a dancer. And I think it was a point of contention in their relationship for many years. And then, in a burst of inspiration, he started privately, secretly taking dance lessons.
This is the plot of a movie starring
Richard Gere.
J-Lo and Richard Gere.
But it's also a man we know in real life who took dance lessons in secret and then at a wedding, just like kablammed.
Oh.
I know, isn't that so cute? And that's what Angel did not get the opportunity to do here, which is sad.
Angel recognizes the ring because he is so. I don't know if you noticed at his apartment, but the stack of books is just as high as Giles is.
He's got a lot of books. He also has a lot of papers strewn about his desk. Do you think Angel is like paying taxes?
Yeah. I think he just stacks up papers so that he can light candles and put them really close to the paper, just in case. Okay, listen, we have a couple of things that we're going to do. First of all, and none of them are happening right this second.
So be cool.
We're going to bring up our second guest very soon.
Hang on.
When that second guest comes up, we're also going to play a clip, okay? But before that happens, I would like to talk about a moment in the clip, and I would like to ask Jenny to help me assess this moment, okay? Angels,
Suddenly feeling deeply unqualified.
we're at the ice rink, and Angel says, okay, the closed captioning says, let's just get you someplace safe. Angel actually says, let's just get you someplace safe. Because he has his fangs in, and he can't really pronounce the words. So Jenny has her fangs somewhere, and she's gonna say, let's just get you someplace safe. And we're gonna see who's more understandable, Angel or Jennifer Owen Youngs. Okay, the line is...
It didn't go as well last night.
Not a great start. Let's just get you somewhere safe. Do you want me to hold that one up for you?
Oh,
Maybe they're reversed. Switch them.
I just tried that. Is anyone mad at me?
Okay.
How you?
Do it like that. Do it like that.
Let's just get you somewhere safe.
Honestly? We'll get to find out. We'll do the A and B when we play the clip.
Let's just get you someplace safe.
And so many other reasons is why she's my best friend.
Oh my God. Dear friends, you know when you sometimes accidentally meet someone on the internet? Our next guest is a truly wonderful musician and a very nice person that I just met in real life for the first time today. Even though I've been observing their content and listening to their music for some time, please welcome to the stage your very own, now Brooklyn-based, by way of Oregon. Is that the right order? Do you say the place they are now by way of the place
By way
they
of.
were?
Yeah.
Sparkbird.
Hi.
Hi, hello.
How you doing?
I'm so excited to be here.
We're so excited to have you in unison.
Jinx. Stephan, you specifically pointed out that this episode contains the scene where Buffy gives an Emmy, I think you said an Emmy award-winning performance.
An Emmy for Sarah Michelle.
An Emmy for Sarah Michelle Gellar. And so I pulled the clip. Do you want to start by watching this scene together with us?
Yes, I do.
Okay, great. Let's do it.
Are you okay?
What about you, that cut?
Forget about me. This is bad, Buffy. We gotta get you out of here.
What, you mean hide?
Let's just get you someplace safe.
No, your eye. Hey, don't be a baby. I'm not gonna hurt you.
It's not that.
What?
You shouldn't have to touch me when I'm like this.
Oh. I didn't even notice.
The Chiracan just face down on the
He's
so romantic.
he's literally 1 foot away from them. There's so much that happens right there. Like the looking up and down. If you're, just listening to this. So she looks at his mouth, looks at his eyes, looks at his mouth again. I assume she's looking at his jagged teeth.
Oh, that's why you sound like that. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Well, and for me, I feel like my sort of expectation would be that she would say something if this were a poorly written show, I think that she would have said something like, no, it's fine. You're okay like this. It's, it's not a big deal.
Maybe she would have said, you look fine.
Yeah, maybe something like that. Yeah, but I think just everything that builds up, there's so much build up there, and then for her to say, I didn't even notice. And the
like
way she
that.
opens her mouth before she says it, there's a slight pause. She like opens her mouth with this like smile of adoration, like she can't believe she is so lucky to be this close to Angel's vamp face.
Which, like, on a serious, I mean, I know you were being serious, but
I am,
also, you know, then we always make jokes. So I just want to preface by saying I'm not about to make a joke. I'm going to be serious. It's like the like beat in a relationship that has such importance is when you first start being able to be vulnerable with your partner, you know, like not just the cool vamp with the leather jacket, but like the stuff that Angel carries. And we've already seen him like talk about Drusilla and like that past, that dark past of his. And I think like for him, the physical manifestation of that is this. So see, no joke.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I got you. It really is like so beautiful, and like so much is said with like so very little. And it's why like the glove thing really got me on this watch, like especially after you set your notes and you were like, here are the things that I'd be interested in talking about, and this was one of them. I like rewatched it and was like, oh my God, the glove is so good. And it's so wild that in just a couple of seasons, someone could take a boot off very slowly to the precise, exact opposite reaction. Sort of inducing people throwing up in their mouths watching at home.
If they had just had Sarah Michelle Gellar take off her own boot.
Or take off Riley's boot.
Take off Riley's boot. Any of that would have been better, I think. Okay.
But this is good, and you're so right to
Also,
pinpoint it. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but standing on your tiptoes on ice skates?
Okay, yeah,
Toe
she gets
pick.
up on tippy toes. Yes,
double
yeah.
toe pick.
Yes.
Two toe picks.
Plus next to a dead body. Are they just going to leave him there? Do you think?
The Zamboni is just pushing the Tarakan.
Right back where he came from through the Zamboni doors that I have known about this whole time.
Okay, question though. How did Kendra find out?
Everything. How
Also,
did you find out everything?
I listened to this like multiple times. I watched it, and you can hear audible footsteps from her.
Clip clopping?
Yeah, clip clopping. And I was like, how does the Slayer and this vampire not notice clip clop, clip clop?
Yeah.
Angel thinks that's the sound of his own shame.
They're very seriously making out though.
Yeah.
So.
You get. I mean, she didn't even notice.
Right.
So
yes.
she didn't even notice.
Do you think that she didn't notice, or do you think that that is like her trying to tell him? Like, do you think she literally didn't notice, or do you think that she's saying that to him because what she means is "I love you"?
I think that she happens to mean "I love you," but she literally did not notice.
I agree with that
I
assessment.
may have never known love.
Okay, but so.
And that's fine. That's cool.
Anyway, this isn't about us. This is about you.
Is it? Okay. Well, so I wanted to also point out the moment when she first caresses his face and he flinches away like a wounded animal. He's like, or like kind of a resistant cat, maybe. Yeah. And there's something about, I don't know. He's monstrous in this moment, but he's so vulnerable and so I don't know. And the fact that she's like, I won't hurt you. Like, what? Why would anyone have thought that?
Yeah. Oh, and shame, you know?
Yeah.
Like you
shame.
don't think you can be your true self in front of this person who you love.
Yeah.
Who is 16 and you are 200.
Yes, it's
41.
really her job to comfort him.
It is. She's lived a long life and she can really teach him a lot, you know? Yeah.
Is Buffy your favorite boyfriend? Oh, no. Is Angel your favorite Buffy boyfriend? There we go.
You know, Pedro Pascal.
What could have been?
What could have been? Okay, no, I have to say Faith. Yeah. I know who I'm sitting between.
Yeah, pandering to the hosts. I love it.
I think it depends on the mood, you know? Like
Sure.
You can really what kind of a boyfriend are you looking for? And I think that answer is different in all different phases of our lives. Honestly, I told Jenny by the time we get to season 4, I'm already coming around to Riley.
Wow.
Boo. Don't you dare. Mark Blucas is the nicest man to ever live. But yeah, in all seriousness, I do think that that's why we watch Buffy over and over again, is because every time you watch it, there's something different that you find and something different that you connect to.
And you also have different relationships in your life across the span of your life because you are not the same person forever as well.
Yeah.
You want different things and you connect to different things. All I'm saying is that sometimes you want to gently dab the blood on the forehead of your befanged, very broad-shouldered hedgehog man. And then sometimes you want to go fuck down a house. And then some other times you want to get arrested in the middle of breaking into a sporting goods store, and then you want to break out of the backseat of the cop car together with faith.
And sometimes you want somebody to take your boot off. Stephan, backstage, and I don't mean to push you into this part of the conversation, but backstage you asked me a question, and I said, stop, ask Jenny on stage, because I felt like it was a conversation worth having.
About whether you remember.
Yeah, that's the
Oh my
one.
God. Okay, so I have a clip here. I wondered, do you remember the nickname, an acronym you came up with for what's his name?
Dalton.
For Dalton. When you covered this. Don't tell her.
In 2017,
In 2017.
I came up with an acronym that stands for a
Well-
nickname.
No one said you came up with it.
Oh,
I don't know, actually.
Kristin came up with.
Kristin came up with it.
You came up with the acronym. But
Came up with. I put the letters in the order and then said them probably enthusiastically.
Yes,
Okay.
you
Like
did.
FBYID.
Yes.
Is the word bespectacled in there?
No.
Oh no, sorry. You came up with it. And
Yeah, I don't
did the
remember
acronym.
I don't remember at all what it was.
Okay, I'm gonna play you a clip.
So also when we see Spike and Drusilla, we meet a new vampire who I have named Harry Potter Vamp. He's the Harry Potter Vamp. He's got little spectacles. He's very smart.
Little sweater vest.
Studious.
Yeah.
His name is Dalton, but let's just call him HPV. Wait.
Oh no! Get vaccinated.
Wow. And we did it all in 63 minutes. Unbelievable.
Wow, we really packed it in at that time. Now, not so much. We're just spreading it around.
Oh my God.
Wow, thank you so much. I don't think we've ever had a guest bring a clip.
I know.
Nice.
That was cool.
Thank you.
I've got a homicide in Springfield's North Woods by mile marker 16.
You are now entering Springfield. Where's the body?
Off the side of the ditch down there. You know, surrounded by all this crime scene tape.
Hello? Am I dead?
My name is John. I'm the new forensic pathologist. I can see you, and that's how we'll figure out how you were murdered.
That means ghosts are real!
Since then, I've noted multiple additional missing case files and even missing bodies.
Let's say I believe you came across some record-keeping discrepancies in a string of deaths. You're not an investigator, Jonathan. Stop trying to be one.
After everything I've discovered, I just need to know why. What happened in Springfield?
Going somewhere, Dr. Spacer.
Listen to How I Died, a full-cast police and medical procedural podcast with over 40 episodes already available. Then, tune in to Season 4 of How I Died, releasing now on all podcast apps.
Hi there, Fred Greenhalgh here, director of audio dramas like DC High Volume Batman and Star Trek Con. However, my one true love remains all things spooky, and I'm excited to say there's a new season of my horror podcast, Undertow. This season is called Familiar Haunts, standalone horror tales that reveal how the past is never truly gone, and humanity may be the most ruthless monster of them all. Familiar Haunts is available now. Find it by subscribing to Undertow wherever you get your podcasts, such as the app where you're listening to me right now. Search for Undertow.
I would just like to know how you came to Buffy.
Oh, okay.
Because you obviously love the show.
Yes.
So how, like, we know that Frankie's mom said watch this.
Yes, and Frankie's mom also told me
to watch it.
So weirdly, I remembered. So I know that my best friend had me watch Hush and had me watch. God, what is the episode where they're all locked in the house?
Older and Far Away?
Yes.
Is that Older and Far Away?
I think that's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah.
Nice,
various episodes. But before that, before I even really understood that it was Buffy, my dad recorded to VCR the musical episode because he was like, this show made a musical episode. We should watch it. And we did. And now it is very strange to watch that with the knowledge I now have of what that levitation scene represents. Me and my...
Did you, like, were you into music at a young age?
I was, yeah.
And then were you also into Levitatalingus at a young age?
No comment.
It's possible your dad didn't know. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm sure he didn't know.
Yeah.
It was like, they're gal pals.
No, 100%. Yeah. But then later my
She's
mom...
helping her with her skirt.
Yeah. Once I got into college, then I, was out on my own, and I was like, I'm going to buy every single box set thing and watch them all. Yeah, and then in more recent years, I've mostly just been listening to buffering, and that's a way to always be watching Buffy.
Wow. We feel the same.
Always be watching Buffy. Wow. Now that's a t-shirt. Thank you for being here with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Do you think you might ever come back onto the stage later tonight?
Please, yes.
Okay, cool. I guess I'll see you then.
Yeah, maybe I will. Yeah.
Okay. Here's hoping.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right. Let us talk about the balance of this episode so that we can find out if Stephen will ever come back.
Yeah.
And we'll also find out if there's a jingle for a certain Slayer.
Kristin, don't you feel like, as credos go, sow discord and kill the unwary doesn't really go very hard? Sow discord and kill the unwary.
Yeah, it's unwary that makes it kind of fall off for me.
Yeah, and sow discord it's just a little like agricore or something.
So discord works for me, actually.
Okay.
I want to take a minute for Oz and Buffy. So this episode has Buffy, first of all, Giles scares the ever-living shit out of Buffy. He's like, so the Tarakkans, they never stop coming until you die. You'll never be able to figure out who's a Tarakkan and who's not. So she leaves and she's super fucking tense and she's really scared and she throws Oz up against the wall. And they have like a very Ozian exchange. And after Buffy walks away, Oz is just like, that is a tense person.
I would love to know what number take they used because poor Seth Green's neck is so red.
Oh my God, I did not notice. We also need to talk about Angel's apartment, okay? That's critical to this episode. We're inside of Angel's apartment. The walls are cement, right? Okay, his desk, it's like at a curved wall, and he's got all of this artwork hung up on a cement curved wall. We know that Angel does not use a hammer, right?
We do?
Why? Because can you imagine Angel using a tool of any kind? You know what I mean? I just want to know who he hired. You think tape? Double-sided tape. That I can see Angel using. This is the first time that Buffy has seen Angel's place. It's a big
notice
moment.
that his sheets are actually white cotton right now, and his bedspread is blood red satin.
I also call bullshit on Angel ever leaving the house with his bed unmade. Right?
Doesn't seem
Never.
his style. Does not seem right. You know what? He actually does fly out of bed dramatically, kind of a lot. So he probably actually leaves his bed unmade more often than you might think.
One more reason to come to Philadelphia is that I asked Jenny to write a Kendra jingle for tonight, but I asked her to write an oops, my shirt came unbuttoned jingle for tomorrow. Okay, so Buffy takes a little nap in Angel's bed. Right?
You ever do a little B&E into your boyfriend's apartment and fall asleep in his bed? Like Goldilocks style? Can I tell you just a little bit about Bianca Lawson?
I would love that.
As we all know, she does not age. She played teenagers for like 20 years.
LaToya has a note on this. Hold on. Bianca, quote, Benjamin Button, trademark Lawson's career as an actress who literally doesn't age. The last time Bianca played a teenager, for those keeping score at home, was in the pilot of American Horror Story in 2011. She was 32. She did not play a teenager in Teen Wolf 2012 to 2014, but I did assume at first that she was pulling a Vincent Adultman and was going to reveal she was a teen pretending to be an adult. That did not happen.
I was trotting about on her Wikipedia page today and discovered something that I'm pretty sure I never knew. Although it's possible that in the last 9 years I learned this and completely forgot it. And maybe you don't know it either, so I'm going to tell you. Bianca Lawson is related to some people. Bianca Lawson's father is an actor who has been in a ton of stuff and who also was married to Beyonce's mom for a while. Bianca Lawson's half-brother is Marvin Gaye III, the adopted son of Marvin Gaye the singer. Bianca Lawson is related to Jimmy Carter's mom or grandmother. Bianca Lawson is like the granddaughter of the man who founded Motown Records. Everybody already knew all this stuff. You've been keeping it from me for reasons unknown.
I didn't know any of it.
Okay, I was just getting rocked on the Amtrak today. And that's just like the tip of the iceberg of the people, the highlighted names that are cross-linked. Dare we proceed to Act 4?
I'm ready.
Great Shirt Girl and Angel face off. When the dust settles, Angel is padlocked inside a metal cage with eastern exposure. And sunrise is on the horizon. I'm so sorry. Willow's frog fear is revealed, and Giles figures out that the Dulac manuscript was stolen by Spike and Company because it details a ritual to restore a sick or weak vampire back to full strength. Eek. Drusilla tells Spike and us that the missing component that they require is Angel. She does so using her this episode of Buffy tarot deck. Xander and Cordelia do a little Summer's house breaking and entering, and Cordy's delighted to accept some free makeup samples, unaware that the sample giver is a man made of bugs. Shirt Gal delivers a rude, hatchety awakening to Buffy, who is snoozing in her boyfriend's bed. They spar. They seem well matched. Just, who is this girl? Why? She's Kendra, the Vampire Slayer, to be continued.
Oh my God. Great job.
All right.
Also calling bullshit on Cordelia being interested in free samples. Right? Cordelia seems like the type of person who'd be like, I don't need a free sample.
Yeah,
and also to be like,
money. That's not my brand.
Yeah. My brand is you would never give me a free sample because it costs too much. This is a to be continued. Now, it ends with two Slayers, no waiting. They have an epic fucking fight, in my opinion. I love it. And as Jenny said, who are you? You attacked me. Who are you? Says Buffy. I'm Kendra, the Vampire Slayer.
What do you think is the percentage of times when any Vampire Slayer throughout history is asked, like, who are you? That they say, I'm name, comma, the Vampire Slayer. Not to get ahead of ourselves, but she spends a lot of time next episode lecturing Buffy about keeping her secret identity, but she's out here waving the flag.
Well, she also thinks that Buffy is a vampire. So
true. So she's aiming to strike fear in the
when you're meeting a vampire,
non-beating
you're the
heart.
Vampire Slayer, you're like, bitch, look out.
It's
you
on.
know?
Yeah.
I literally have one job, and it's to kill you, slay you. So we're gonna take we're gonna howl out very soon, but before we do, we're gonna take a musical break because Jenny's gonna debut the Kendra jingle.
And I'm just... Okay, so here's the deal. I wrote the lyrics to the song on the train here, and then I wrote the music about an hour before you got here. So it's not perfect, and I'm definitely not going to remember it perfectly, but you'll get sort of the idea. You'll get a sneak peek. Also, I should tell you, I kind of was like envisioning more of a Bikini Kill style sort of delivery. But as you can see, I have a 9/1 string guitar, so it's going to be not like that right now. Okay? Okay.
Silk pajama bottoms in the cargo hold. Started training with a watcher at 0 years old. Called the Slayer hood when Buffy died.
And then there'll be a little callback there that'll just be like, just a little.
Out with Mr. Pointy to end vampire lives. She's Kendra, the Vampire Slayer. She's Kendra, the Vampire Slayer. It's her favorite shirt. She's Kendra, the Vampire Slayer.
Something else will happen there.
She's Kendra.
Oh no, you were doing great.
Let's take the end again. She's Kendra, the Vampire Slayer.
Frankie, I don't know if you'd like to come back up, but when we end the podcast, even though it's about vampires, we actually howl out, saying "awoo." If you want to come and howl out with us, we're about to end the episode. Yeah, come on up. Frankie. Here, you can come share my mic.
Wow. Thank you so much to everybody here at the Bell House for having us and for just being the best place to come do a show. And thank you, all of you amazing people who came out to spend this evening with us and listen to us talk about Buffy and also talk about Buffy back to us. It is our pleasure and honor to be with you now and always, forever and ever. Amen. Until next time. Could I lure back into my den of iniquity and song my friend and yours, and also, I guess, Kristin's Sparkbird, a.k.a. Stephan Nance.
Hello.
Hi. So I asked Stephan, I gave Stephan the pick of the litter, since we're in Spoiler Town, of any song. And this was Stephan's pick. Here we go. How's this song go? Right. I thought you were going to dedicate it to me. Traditionally, I dedicate this song to Kristin. Stephan, do you second that?
Yes.
Thank you.
I can't really say I never trusted you. That wouldn't be right, but how can anybody feel close to you? Definitely never go looking for what you can't find. It doesn't feel right, but guess we're going separate ways tonight. How could you and me ever be enemies? You and me. I thought you and me could never be enemies. You and me. I can't really figure out where we went wrong.
Should have said something else. Maybe I could have done some of these things differently. Couldn't handle half a dose of you being so stone cold. Thought I was invincible, but I was wrong. How could you and me ever be enemies? You and me. I thought you and me could never be enemies. You and me. I can't really say I never trusted you. How could anybody feel close to you? How could you and me ever be enemies? You and me. I thought you and me could never be enemies. You and me.
Sparkbird!
I've got a homicide in Springfield's North Woods by mile marker 16.
You are now entering Springfield. Where's the body?
Off the side of the ditch down there. You know, surrounded by all this crime scene tape.
Hello? Am I dead?
My name is John. I'm the new forensic pathologist. I can see you, and that's how we'll figure out how you were murdered.
That means ghosts are real.
Since then, I've noted multiple additional missing case files and even missing bodies.
Let's say I believe you came across some record-keeping discrepancies and a string of deaths. You're not an investigator, Jonathan. Stop trying to be one.
After everything I've discovered, I just need to know why. What happened in Springfield?
Going somewhere, Dr. Spacer?
Listen to How I Died, a full-cast police and medical procedural podcast with over 40 episodes already available. Then, tune in to Season 4 of How I Died, releasing now on all podcast apps.
Hey, Michael.
Hey, Tom.
Okay, so, you want to tell him, or you want me to tell him?
No. I got this. I want people out there.
Yeah.
People, lean in. Get close. Listen, here's the deal.
We have big news.
We got monumental news. We got snacktacular news.
Yeah, after a brief hiatus, my good friend Michael Ian Black and I are coming back.
My good friend Tom Cavanaugh and I are coming back to do what we do best.
What we were put on this earth to do.
To pick a snack.
To eat a snack.
And to rate a snack.
Scientifically.
Emotionally.
Spiritually.
Mates is back.
Mike and Tom Eat Snacks is back.
A podcast for anyone with a mouth.
With a mouth. Available wherever you get your podcasts.